Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 8th, 9th and 10th of July. The session will be very interesting and it will be very helpful session for all the students who are preparing for government exam. So let's start. First we are discussing national affairs, and in this we will be discussing about a virtual overview of the virtual 23rd edition of the SCO CHS summit that was held recently. Correct? If we talk about this SCO CHS, what is this CHS stands for? That is your Council of Head of State Summit, right? So remember, recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired this 23rd edition of the SCO CHS summit. So we can say this meeting was chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. First question, right? The next thing, remember this was held in a virtual format, and this is for the first time that India to chair this SCO CHS meeting. So we can say this is second question, that is this is the first time that India is having the chairmanship of this meeting, and it was chaired by whom? Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Then there is a theme for this particular SCO CHS meeting, that is towards a secure SU, that is towards a secure SCO, right? It stands for security, economy, trade, connectivity, unity, respect and environment, right? Then remember, during this summit the member nations signed the New Delhi Declaration that was coined by Indian government to fight against terrorism. So if we talk about New Delhi Declaration, if ever asked about New Delhi Declaration, what is it about? New Delhi Declaration is to fight against terrorism, right? So this is the fourth point you need to remember, and this is the third. Theme is the third. Fourth is your New Delhi Declaration that you need to remember. Important one, right? Then Prime Minister also presented the artificial intelligence and natural language processing based language platform, that is Bhashini. That is Bhashini, right? This is artificial intelligence natural language platform, correct? Bhashini, that can transcend language barriers by translating in real time. And also the next thing, this was the fifth, and the sixth thing you can remember here, that Iran here became the permanent SCO member, that is the ninth permanent SCO member. So these are the things that you need to remember for the 23rd edition of the SCOCHS meet. This was chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. For the first time, India was having the presidency towards SCOs, towards a secure SCO. This is the theme. Then New Delhi declaration was to fight terrorism. Bhashini was the artificial intelligence based natural language processing platform that was launched. And the next thing is Iran became the 9th permanent SCO member. Next, India, along with which country extended an MOU to cooperate on public administration till the year 2028? It is India along with Singapore, and we know from Singapore the highest FDI is coming to India. Correct? So remember, it is India and Singapore. They recently signed an MOU, and this MOU was based on to cooperate on public administration till 2028. So remember, we can say this in this way, that this MOU was signed in the year 2023 for the next 5 years, and that is till the year 2028. This MOU aims to strengthen the partnership between India and Singapore in public service related services, right? And the officers and the public service officers will also be sharing information with each other and helping both our countries to develop. Correct? Then remember, the activities that are under this MOU will include areas of administrative reforms, public sector transformation, public service delivery, leadership, talent development, e-governance, capacity building, training, etc. Right? Next thing, the signing ceremony was attended by senior officers of Singapore High Commission and DARPG. Correct? So it was India and Singapore that recently signed an MOU to cooperate on public administration. Another thing you can remember, high net individuals from India, they are preferring to shift to Dubai and Singapore. These are the two preferred locations for the high net worth individuals who are aiming to leave India and to go to different part of the world, and those are Dubai and Singapore. Here you can see they have extended this MOU to cooperate on public administration till 2028. Next, which edition of National E-Governance Service Delivery was launched by the government recently? It was the third edition, right? It was the third edition of the NESDA, that is your National E-Governance Service Delivery Assessment, that was launched recently, right? It is a portal, and here you can see this is the portal that we are talking about, and it was the third edition of this NESDA 2023 portal that was recently launched. Remember, then it was launched by whom? It was launched by DARPG, that is your Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances. Correct? With the launch of this portal, DARPG, they have begun their work towards the preparation of the third edition of NESDA study. Correct? In this framework, that is the third edition of this framework was developed by DARPAG, and the aim here of this framework is to analyze the depth of the effectiveness of existing e-governance services deliveries mechanisms for the citizens perspective, that how can these services benefit the citizens, like how can we improve that services, right? How these services, if changed, will benefit those individuals, and what are the existing changes that can be done to bring more service sector or services to those individuals. Correct? Then if we talk about the framework for NESDA 2023, it was established under three dimensions. First is your portal coverage, second is your mandatory services coverages, and third is your assessment parameters. Right? Then if we talk about this NESDA, this is a biennial study undertaken by the DARPG. It is to enhance the e-governance services deliveries right in the unions, territories, in the states and the central ministries that will help to improve the citizen-centric delivery of services. Correct? That is basically, now we know that we are shifting to digital format, right? We are shifting everything to online, so we should be able to deliver those services in a better way. The UI, that is your user interface, should be there good. That is, the people can easily toggle between the applications, they can easily toggle between the pages, and they can easily look out for the options or the services they are looking for in their smartphone, right? Then coming back, remember DARPG, we know they have released this NESDA, and DARP released the second edition of this NESDA study in 2019, right, and 2021 respectively. And almost 1400 plus services has been released across states and union territories. Correct? So it was the third edition of this framework that will be recently launched by whom? DARPG. Next. Next is international affairs. 2023 WHO UNICEF GMP report was released, and here women, girls bear the burden of water sanitation crisis. I repeat, recently WHO, that is your World Health Organization, and UNICEF, they together released a report and stated that women and girls, they bear the burden of water sanitation crisis. See, we can say this for the two things you need to understand. First, we'll take a general scenario in India. If you see the situation, you will be seeing most of the time it is the duty of the girls and women who bring water in their houses, right? If there is a man and women in the house, the man will go out for the earning, he'll go and work out and bring money in the house. On the other hand, women will be looking at the water problems, she will be looking for the day-to-day chores also, right? And in this report it is saying that it is the women and girls only that are facing the burden of water and sanitation crisis, right? A report was released by them together, that is the process. Here you can see process on household drinking water sanitation and hygiene from 2000 to 2022, that is special focus on gender, right? And these two organizations, they together released a report, that is JMP, joint monitoring program for water supply, sanitation and hygiene. And this report stated that globally, not just in India, globally, women, girls, they bear the burden of drinking water, sanitation and hygiene, that is for WASH crisis. Correct? And this is the first ever depth analysis of the gender inequalities in this WASH sector. WASH stands for, what is WASH here? Water, sanitation and hygiene. In this report, globally around 1.8 billion people live in households without water supply. Then women and girls, they spend more than 10 times as much time fetching for water than men. As I just mentioned, you, in if we case take the cases of the tribals living in the Rajasthan, they live in the desert, you will be seeing the tribal women, they look out for the water on daily basis, and the men will go and earn for the household. Girls are nearly twice as likely as boys to bear the responsibility for getting water in the household. Women and girls that are above 15 years of age are responsible for water collection in 7 out of 10 households without water supplies on premises. Correct? This report also noted that the women and girls, they are likely to feel unsafe using a toilet outside of home and feel the impact of lack of hygiene. Correct? This data was released by WHO and UNICEF. They released jointly this joint monitoring program for WASH, that is water supply, sanitation and hygiene. Also, it stated that around 2 billion people, that is 1 in every 4 individual, they do not have access to soap and water at home to wash their hands also. Right? So these are some of the data that you need to remember, and that will be helpful for your preparation. Next is we are talking about banking and finance. IBA, that is Indian Banks Association, they have formed a 5-member working group to implement the recommendations that are made by the Sudarshan Sen Committee 2021. Right? The primary focus of the working group is to conduct a review of assignment agreements and trust deed templates that are related to the acquisition of the distressed assets by the asset reconstruction companies from lenders. The aim of this is to update these templates to align with the evolving changes and expectations with the ARC sector and enable them to meet the growing demand of the financial sector. There are 5 members that you need to remember here, and the formation of the working group will follow the establishment of the RBI committee that will be chaired by Sudarshan Sen. Correct? So important question will be asked is that this member will be chaired by whom? This committee will be chaired by Sudarshan Sen. He is a former executive director of RBI, and the committee was tasked with conducting comprehensive review of the functioning of the asset reconstruction companies. Right? And the report was released later on 2nd of October 2021. Correct? So coming back, remember a 5-member working group committee will be working on to implement the recommendation that were made by the Sudarshan Sen committee in 2021. Right? Sudarshan Sen is the former executive director of RBI, and his task, this committee that was formed was to do a comprehensive review of the functioning of those asset reconstruction companies. And now again IBA, they have formed this 5-member working committee that will be implementing the recommendations that were made by Sudarshan Sen's committee. And right, and who was the chairperson during the Sudarshan Sen committee? He was Sudarshan Sen. Right? Important, take a note of it. If we talk about these ARCs, what they do is these asset reconstruction company, they play a vital role in the financial sector. They allow originators to focus on lending activities while transferring the distressed financial assets to ARCs. Correct? ARCs, they basically act as a recovery agent after acquiring these assets, and the framework also aims to assist the borrower, protecting valuable and productive assets and ensuring better returns for banks and financial institutions from stressed sectors. Correct? So coming back, remember a 5-member committee was set up. This committee will be implementing the reforms or the recommendation that was made by Sudarshan Sen committee in 2021 related to the ARCs. Right? And this is a 5-member committee here. Let's move on to next. Which organization launched a POS solution for their merchants? What is this POS? Point of sale device that will enable their merchants to accept payment through debit cards, credit cards, and UPI. I repeat, which is the organization that has launched this POS solution for their merchants? It is your PhonePe. Correct? This POS device will allow their merchants to accept payment through debit cards, credit cards, and UPI. Correct? This device comes preloaded with a PhonePe POS app that will support transaction through tap, swipe, dip, or through the QR code, that is your quick response code. Correct? It will provide hassle-free account settlement and streamlines the merchant operation with automatic batch closure and unified reconciliation. This device is offered at a good quality service and a nominal monthly rental. So it is your PhonePe. NPCI was the organization that has launched the UPI. So the right answer for our current question is PhonePe. Right? Next is, what is the name of the application that was launched by Meta, that is the rival application of Twitter? We know that recently Twitter was acquired by Elon Musk. Correct? And Jack Dorsey was one of the founder and CEO of Twitter. Even after when he left, Twitter was acquired by Elon Musk, and the deal was for $44 billion plus. Now Meta, that is your earlier it was known as Facebook, they have recently launched a rival application of Twitter that is known by the name Thread, And recently, the lawyers of Elon Musk has filed a case against Meta for the launching of this thread because they said that when we threads that or sorry that is Meta, they hired the engineers, they hired the software developers of the Twitter team members, and with the help of them only they were able to develop this new application threads. Correct? Right? It is a blogging platform. This is similar to that of Twitter, and it was recently launched out by Meta in 100 countries all around the world. This is currently unavailable in the Europe Union and including India. Remember, India, or we can say in the world, which is the country with the highest number of downloads of threads, it is our India. Correct? This application is available both on the Play Store and App Stores, that is for Apple. The post in threads, they can be up to 500 character long. They can include link, photos and videos up to 5 minutes long. Also remember, if you want to log in into threads, the users will need an Instagram account to log in, and if they want to delete their thread account, their Instagram all will also be deleted alongside. So you need to take care of that, right? Next is THDCIL, that is your THDC India Limited, that is a mini Ritna category 1 company and a schedule A public sector undertaking. They recently signed a memorandum of understanding with the National Highway Authority of India at the NHAI headquarters in New Delhi to provide technical services as the technical consultant. The collaboration aims to enhance road safety in the national highways by addressing the risk associated with the landslides. The MOU was signed by Atul Jain, Executive Director of THDCIL, and Amrendra Kumar, that is the CGM of NHAI. Correct? This THDCIL will be responsible for addressing the landslide suspectedly areas and recommending mitigation measures for the vulnerable slopes between Udhampur and Ramban on the National Highway 44. See, during rain, we know that this is the season of rainfall, right? And we are seeing heavy rainfall in North India. Correct? You will be saying that there is water clogging multiple areas, buildings have shuttered down, and multiple highways in Himachal Pradesh has also been destroyed, right? If you see, Jammu Katra highway was also destroyed because of the heavy rainfall. Then in order to take a precaution for such situation ahead, in order to predict and be responsible for these landslide, that these situations do not happen again in future, be it rainfall or be it any other scenario, THDCL has signed an MOU with NHAI for providing the such technical services where they will be taking responsibility and they will be looking into these matters where they can make sure that landslide won't be occurring and the roads can be developed and the highways can be developed upon that particular area, right? Next is awards and recognition. Recently, IAU, that is your International Astronomical Union, that was has named minor planets after Ashwin Shekhar, first Indian meteor astronomer, and 3 other scientists. I repeat, IAU, International Astronomical Union, through their working group Small Bodies Nomenclature, they have named minor planets after 4 Indians. So we can say IAU, they have named minor planets after 4 Indians, right? One of them is Ashwin Shekhar, right? And he is the India's prominent meteor astronomer. He is from Kerala. Ashok Kumar Verma, an Indian astrophysicist. Kumar Venkatarami, an Indian astronomer, and Rutu Parekh, a planetary geologist from Gujarat. So these are the 4 individuals, 4 Indians, after which IAU, that is International Astronomical Union, has named 4 minor planets. Correct? Take a note of it, important. Next,
who has been appointed as the acting chairperson of NGT, that is your National Green Tribunal. So Shio Kumar Singh 1, he has been appointed, as you can see him in the picture here. He has been appointed as the acting chief person of the National Green Tribunal by the Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. His position will be in effect from 6th of July until further notice. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Justice Adarsh Kumar Goyal. Right? He is the chairperson of NGT and he was in this position from July 2018 till July 2023. He retired on 6th of July and Shio Kumar Singh when he will be acting as the chairperson of NGT, or he will be the acting chairperson of the NGT from 6th of July 2023 till further notice. If we talk about him, he joined the judicial services in 1984, correct, and worked as the district judge in different districts of Uttar Pradesh. Then he was appointed the observer of the Ram Janam Bhoomi in Ayodhya by the Supreme Court to monitor the excavation work carried out by the expert team of Archaeological Survey of India. Right? If we talk about NGT, that is your National Green Tribunal Act, came in 2010, and this was founded as a specialized judicial body with expertise primarily focusing on the mediating environment cases to take care of our environment. The main aim of this NGT was to keep our environment clean and pollution free and to involve the protection and the conservation of forest, green area, should be developing more and more green area also. So come back, this NGT was formed in 2010, headquarters in New Delhi, and who is the acting chief person now? Shio Kumar Singh 1. Next, LIC, that is your Life Insurance Corporation, they have reduced the 2% stake in the Indian cement through open market transaction. I repeat, LIC, they reduced their stake by 2% in Indian cements from 5.87 to 3.83%. The reduction has taken place between November 2017 and July 23 through an open market transactions. The sale of 63.28 lakh shares, LIC is currently holding 1.19 crore shares of Indian cements. Right? Next is NSIL. NSIL has signed an MOU with Voyager Space to explore the opportunities in the space technology. I repeat, Voyager Space, a global leader in space exploration, they signed an MOU with New Space India Limited, that is NSIL, that is a central public sector enterprise that comes under the Department of Space. So NSIL, they signed an MOU with Voyager Space, and this is basically to explore the opportunities in space technologies, to do research and development and come up with new space technologies, new and innovative space technologies, right? And this NSIL, remember, this is a commercial arm of ISRO, that is your Indian Space Research Organization. The main aim, or the MOU aims to foster collaboration in spacecraft launch, deployment opportunities for the small satellite launch vehicle and polar satellite launch vehicle. Right here, Voyager Space and NSIL, they will engage in joint research and development efforts to use the space qualified components from NSIL. The collaboration will extend beyond the services and encompasses the spacecraft manufacturing, deployment, operations, and other areas of mutual interest. This is particularly significant in small satellite launches that have been gaining prominence in recent years due to their cost effectiveness and vulnerability. If we talk about NSIL, that is New Space India Limited, that is a commercial arm of ISRO, who is the CMD chairman and managing director here, Radha Krishnan Durari Raj, right? And the headquarter here is in Bangalore, Karnataka. It was established in 2019. Right, so it is NSIL and Voyager Space, they have signed an MOU where they will be collaborating towards working and towards doing research and development on various technical space technology, as well as they will be working towards small satellite launch vehicle as well as polar satellite launch vehicle also. Next, Next is World Kiswali Language Day. This language day or this World Kiswali Language Day is observed on 7th of July. First thing, remember this. This day is observed by which organization? It is your UNESCO that observes this World Kiswali Language Day. And if you remember, USA has recently rejoined UNESCO. Coming back to this World Kiswali Language Day, this is observed as a language of unity. As a language of unity, right? That is the reason we observe this day across the globe on 7th of July. This year in 2023, it was the second edition of this World Kiswali Language Day that was observed. Correct? And remember, in 2021, UNESCO in their 41st session declared that 7th of July will be observed as World Kiswali Language Day. So we can say in 2022, it was the first ever edition of the World Kiswali Language Day that was observed. Next is, which state launched Amma Pukari to rejuvenate the water bodies? It is the state of Odisha that has launched this Amma Pukari to rejuvenate the water bodies, and almost 2000 large water bodies in 115 urban local bodies will be cleaned, and their scarcity in the natural and sustainable manner will be addressed. That is, these water bodies will be taken care of. These water bodies will be made sure that these water bodies hold plenty of water so that they can rejuvenate themselves. And having a water body in a particular area is very beneficial because the local communities that reside near that water bodies can avail the water from it, and even this water body can be used for kettles, can be used for irrigation purposes also. And a total of 120 crore rupees will be spent on rejuvenating these 2000 water bodies in almost 115 urban local areas, right? Then next thing, remember, this renovation and maintenance this renovation and maintenance of these water bodies will be done in collaboration with the members of the Mission Shakti Women Self-Help Groups. The project developed for recreation of these citizens help in getting the aesthetic, as well as it will improve the climate of the coastal and surrounding areas by strengthening the ecological fabric. Coming back, it is Odisha that has launched this Amma Pukari to rejuvenate the water bodies. If we talk about Odisha, here only FIH Hockey World Cup was held. Here only the biggest hockey stadium is located. Here only MOU bus service was launched. Here only first Olympic values education program is also launched. Also, the first tribal health observatory was also set up in Odisha only. Correct? Then Debrigarh Wildlife Sanctuary is located here. Chilka Wildlife Sanctuary is also located in Odisha. And there is a dance that you can remember here, Chow dance and Ghumuru, Ghumura dance. Chow and Ghumuru dance, this is also located in Odisha. Correct? Next, here you can see Amma Pokhari to rejuvenate the water bodies. This was launched by Odisha's Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik. Next is Gujarat. Gujarat recently signed 6 MOUs with private industries for mangrove plantation under Mishti scheme. I repeat, Government of Gujarat, they recently signed 6 MOUs with 6 industries for the mangrove plantation of over 3,000 hectares of land under this Mishti Yojana. First of all, what is this Mishti Yojana? We discussed 2 to 3 days back. Mishti is for mangrove initiative for shoreline habitats and tangible income. That is, this is to conserve mangroves, right? So directly remember, Mishti Yojana is to conserve mangroves, and recently it was your Gujarat state, they signed 6 MOUs with 6 different organizations so that they can conserve 3,000 hectares of land by planting mangroves in that area. Correct? And this will be under Mishti Yojana, that is to conserve the mangroves. And next thing, remember, this MOU was signed during an event that was organized to launch Haryali Mahotsav, that is a drive to plant mangroves in the Dwarka town of Gujarat. Correct? Important. Take a note of this. Then if we talk about Mishti scheme, as I mentioned, the aim is to conserve mangroves for approximately 540 square kilometers of areas of mangroves will be conserved here. Correct? Who is the Chief Minister of Gujarat? Bhupendra Rajnikant Patel. Who is the Governor? Acharya Devrat ji. Correct? So this under this Mishti scheme, 6 MOUs was signed by Gujarat government to conserve mangroves, and almost 3,000 hectares of land will be planted with mangroves to conserve that area. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the day. Now let's go for a quick revision. We just saw the 23rd SCO CHS summit that was hosted by India for the first time. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired this meet. Then India Singapore, they have extended MOU to cooperate on public administration till 2028. Third edition of NESDA DARPG was launched a portal for NESDA 2023. WHO UNICEF JMP report was released where they stated that women and girls they bear the burden of water sanitation and crisis. IBA set up a 5-member group to implement the RBI committee's recommendation on ARCs. PhonePe they have launched POS Solution for their merchants. Meta launched Twitter's rival app that is Thread. THDSIL signed an MOU with NHAI for technical services. IAU, they have named 4 minor planets after Ashwin Shekhar, that is the first Indian meteor astronomer, and 3 other Indian scientists. Shio Kumar Singh one has been appointed as the acting chairperson of NGT. LIC has reduced the 2% stake in India Cement through open market transaction. NSIL, they signed an MOU with Voyager Space to explore opportunities in space technology. World Kiswali Language Day, it is observed on 7th of July. Odisha's Chief Minister have launched Amma Pukari to rejuvenate the water bodies. Gujarat signed 6 MOUs with private industries for mango plantation under the Mishti scheme. Correct? So these are your important current affairs for the day, friends. I hope the session was interesting. Now let's move to the revision part. First is National Pharmacy Education Day. It is observed on 6th of March. Important. Next is your World Sleep Day. On 17th of March, we observe World Sleep Day. Next is your TCS has named K. Krithivasan as the new CEO, as the current MD and CEO Rajesh Gopinath has resigned from his post. Next, Gianni Infantino, as you can see him in the picture, he has been re-elected as the FIFA president for the 3rd time. Next, Indian Navy's P-8I participated in the 3rd edition of the anti-submarine warfare exercise Sea Dragon 2023 that was held in Guam, USA. So remember, in Guam, USA, the 3rd edition of the exercise Sea Dragon 23 was held. That is your anti-submarine warfare exercise, and in this Indian Navy's P-8I aircraft participated in it. Next, Gujarat's Barda Wildlife Sanctuary will be taking 40 lions that will be relocated from the Gir National Park. That means from Gir National Park, 40 lions will be transported to the Barda Wildlife Sanctuary in Gujarat. Next is your International Women's Day. When do we observe your International Women's Day? International Women's Day is observed on International Women's Day is observed on 8th of March. Alright, but now we are talking about International Day of Women Judges. So International Day of Women Judges observed on 10th of March and International Women Day on 8th of March. Now friends, it's time for your homework. The first question is, which country has reached $3 billion standby arrangement with IMF, that is International Monetary Fund? Next, which city is the host of United Nations High Level Political Forum? Third, which city hosted the Startup 20 Shikhar Summit? So these are your 3 homework questions, friends, and I want to see maximum participation of students who are watching this video to comment below the answers, right? And I'm seeing that now students have started answering, but this should continue in the long run. All right, Do this process of commenting the answers of 3 homework questions that I'm giving you on daily basis for at least 1 month, and you will be seeing the change in your preparation. You will be remembering all these questions that are you commenting below, and I'll make sure to give you the best quality of homework questions that will be enhancing your preparation. So that's all for the day, friends. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.